I think the first goal of the ICG really is open sharing and international or borderless collaboration. And that, of course, is the whole history of BGI. BGI started off with the Human Genome Project, I think, and this is again one of the strengths of BGI, and that is we look at life, and that is something where BGI can make a tremendous contribution to science. My name is Fred Dubee. I'm a Canadian, live in Finland, and I am a resident of Shenzhen. Long time ago in the 1960s, I studied early childhood development, and then I worked in the automobile industry internationally for about 30 years. I then worked for the UN, Kofi Annan's office, for some time. In 2004, I met Professor Yang Huaming by accident in Vienna, and that has been the start of my time at BGI. And I participated in almost all of the ICGs since then, and have been working mostly as a volunteer for BGI, looking at international collaboration. I think the first goal of the ICG really is open sharing and international or borderless collaboration. For this year, what we are trying to do, it's become very difficult. There are people who are really trying to stop this type of open sharing from happening. What we're trying to do is to help people come together, share their ideas, share their problems, share their developments, and then go into something very practical afterwards in terms of solving problems. I think we do it through these two things, open sharing and borderless collaboration. And that is the whole history of BGI. BGI started off with the Human Genome Project. That was really a tremendously valuable experiment, if you like, in open sharing and global collaboration. Today, we're finding that change is happening at an extraordinarily rapid rate. And when we look at AI and genomics, we see this really, really terribly fast. One of the extraordinary presentations brought across the point, the changes in life are very difficult for people to accept and for people to take advantage of. That type of change takes time. It takes time to adopt it, to accept it, to understand what it means, and then to find ways to apply it. So I think that's one of the things that we have to take into account in the ICG is really the speed of change and how we can help people use the change despite the speed, and how we can apply the change. And as each new development comes, we need to be able to open our mind to be able to accept and give value. And of course, the best way of doing that is through dialogue, to work with other people and accept or at least respect their point of view. And dialogue today is not only conversation, it's not only the written word, but it's audiovisual. It's very much attached to vision, to what you can see, and it's very, very practical. It's not only in terms of age, but in terms of profession, in terms of where you live, your gender. Many, many things have to be accepted to find the right dialogue partners. It's also important that we are very ethical, that we really have high principles and stick with those high principles even when they might seem inconvenient. Or we can say, well, this time I do it a little differently. I think that is one of the strengths of BGI. And that's something where I think Professor Wang Jian and also Yang Huaming are the experts, and that is having extraordinary vision to look at the future in a very, let's say, unconventional way, to go beyond where nobody has been, to find new problems, understand new problems in new ways. So I think that kind of creativity is very exceptional, and that is something, again, where BGI can make a tremendous contribution to science.